at 6:05. First item is comment. Hearing none, liaison comments.
Joe, you have anything?
Yeah, great appreciation for everybody's service. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Donovan?
Yeah, I was on mute. Yeah, all set on my end. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, chairman's report, executive session, COVID-19 update.
COVID-19 update. It's basically where we were last month. We are getting better. We're in yellow status, so that's good. A lot of things have gotten relaxed, so hopefully by next month we'll be back in person, meeting back at the firehouse again. So it's about all I have.
Okay, financials.
Okay, so financials, we're looking okay. A couple of things we anticipated we were going to go over on, which we are going to go over, and I have to been in contact with the finance director. One, we talked about the part-time maintenance. We knew that line was going to go. I'm sorry, the part-time maintenance. That line was going to go over, which it's already over. We requested money to come out. That's to clean the firehouse for COVID. To keep up the extra cleaning and everything. That's basically for William, and they're looking to fund that when they get closer toward the end of the year. So Board of Selectmen know about it, Board of Finance know about it, the Finance Director knows about it. So we'll deal with that in another couple months once we get closer to the end of the year, and they'll figure out how to cover that. Another line to keep is we're over slightly right now, repair maintenance machine. I anticipate going over more. We still have another couple months left. We have some repairs on the trucks that we have to do. So we're going to get under that, under my report, but I anticipate that line going over, which we didn't go over last year, but years prior, we were spending roughly $100,000 a year in maintenance. So we're still under that. And I don't think we're going to be there, but we are going to need money to cover that line item. Another line, gear replacement, which is actually a pretty good thing. We covered that. We did some line item transfers. Like we talked about last month, we had an influx of new people, which is good. So we have to outfit them with new gear. And gear has to be replaced every 10 years on the regular firefighters. It's only got a shelf life of 10 years, and then the fire retardant isn't as good as it was when we purchased it. So gear only has a shelf life of 10 years, and we have to replace it. Telephone, we'll keep an eye on. It's going over this year. It's going over last year when we submitted our budget. And so far, Board of Selectmen, Board of Finance agree that it needs to increase. So hopefully we won't be talking about that much longer. Once we get to the new year, we'll have enough money to cover our telephone line item. Hydrants, we look okay. We didn't have any major repairs to the hydrants. So knock on wood, we might be okay. And we all know about the electric. So the electric, most likely we're going to be going over. And once we get through this year, I think it's May of this year, then we drop that payment of $800 a month that we're spending for the lighting upgrade, and we would lose that. So we won't have this problem come next year. Other than that, everything else looks to be okay. There are a lot of price increases this year, and we're seeing them right now, just so everybody knows, and I'm sure everybody knows out in the real world. Everything is just going way up, and it's no difference in the fire service either, where we're things, ordinary supplies, everyday items that we use on calls and on the trucks. The cost of all that has skyrocketed. So we're trying to deal with that and get through this year, and hopefully come July, we might hopefully see a little bit of a savings, but I doubt it.
Anyone have questions? Okay, Chief's report.
Okay, so last week, the truck committee for Engine 9 was myself, Jim Code, and Paul Konworski. Met with Rosenbauer. They came in. One of the guys came in from Minnesota. The other guys came in from Massachusetts. It was all day Monday. It was literally from 8 in the morning Monday to 9:30 Monday night, and again Tuesday from 8 in the morning to about 5 o'clock. We went through the entire spec. It's called a pre-con meeting. Basically, we go over every nut and bolt on the truck, all the equipment, lettering, paint, tires, axles, radios, everything. So we're able to do that. So the truck is moving forward. Now they have to take those notes, go back to engineering, make the final changes, and the truck is going into production, but we won't see that truck probably for, I'm going to say 18 months, they're saying right now. So, and it depends on the supply chain issues, how quick they can get parts and what it is. So even like UPF, which usually handles the water tank, they wanted to know if we would go to another style, another brand tank, and not UPF. They don't recommend it. We didn't want to change from UPF because it's what we've been using, and the UPF tanks are over a year out to get them. So just puts a perspective on where everything is in this in the fire service right now. Next is Engine 3. Engine 3 is the newest truck we have. It's been out for a month and a half. A compressor problem. They tried to change the drive shaft and the CAF's compressor. That didn't work. Now they got Hale Numax. They have E1's involved. Watrous is involved. Everybody's involved to try to rectify the problem. They've had this problem with 3 or 4 other trucks. So the truck has been up in Cromwell, and as of today, it was moving to Greenwood, Mass. To Massachusetts, to Greenwood Emergency Vehicles. They were flying out a tech from E1 down in Florida, and they were going to start working and seeing if they can isolate the problem and figure out what it is, so we can get the truck fixed and get it back in service as soon as possible. Radios and air packs. I know we had it in our budget. I've talked to the finance director a few times, and we had a good idea where we're gonna, instead of spanning it over the next basically 4 years and paying for each thing each year, we're gonna look to purchase all the portable radios and the truck radios and the 10 air packs that we need to replace this year. We'll replace them this year and finance it and do like a lease purchase for the next 4 years, and we would have an even payment moving forward, and we'd be able to get everything that is broken and get it all fixed right now, rather than trying to span it over 3 or 4 years to purchase it like that. This year, this way we get it all at once, and since financing is cheap, it made more sense to finance everything right now and then just pay for it over the next 4 years. So as it stands right now, they took $100,000 out for the air packs this year that we need to replace, and we're going to be looking to do that probably sometime in June, he thinks. So once we do that, then we'll order them up. Radios are at least 6 to 8 months out once we place the order, and air packs, I couldn't even tell you what they are, but I guarantee you they're about the same, if not longer. So this is something we need to do and get it done. We have some good news. I got a call from the first selectman on Friday. It looks like if everything goes through, I think it's this Friday, they have a $2 million grant going to be coming through, or $2 million worth of money coming through for the old firehouse. And that means also for the shed and back of the building. So the money looks like the projects are going to start to move forward, hopefully pretty quick. So that's good news that they were able to get some big money out of the state, and suppose everything goes all right. The governor's going to sign the bill, and now we should be able to see this money, and we could start working on getting some of these projects off the table and completed. So that's some good news.
Thank you, Sean. That is really good news. Thank you for all your efforts. Do you have anything else on apparatus?
On apparatus, I do not right now. We have to send engine 2 out. Once I get engine 3 back, we have a packing issue that needs to be fixed. This is their 2003 engine, and we need to get that replaced soon. We're going to do, if we had to replace the entire thing, we're looking in the area about $15,000. We're looking for $2,000 or $3,000.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing you.
All right, I'm hearing a lot of conversation in the background, and I would just ask you to mute. I would ask you to mute the conversations going on in the background, please.
Cool. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so one other thing, the association didn't do the dance for April 9th. We had to make a decision a few weeks ago, and it was just too close, and we didn't know where COVID was. But we came up, and I checked with the first selectman today. We're looking to do like somewhat of this similar thing that we normally do. We're going to do it at the firehouse on May 21st. We're going to have the rum runners here. We're going to go out and get some donations, and we're going to try to do some fundraising since we haven't been able to do it in the last year and a half. So we're in desperate need of it, and we're looking to do something similar at the firehouse on May 21st.
That sounds great.
I got one other thing, and then my report will be done. The Volunteer Fire Association also purchased a Lucas 3 device back in 2014. The association purchased a Lucas 2 device, and just recently the Lucas 2 device, the motherboard in the unit went. This is the thumper. This is the CPR machine, where if somebody's having a heart attack, it straps over them. There's a board behind them, and it does consistent and to the right depth for CPR, and it saves lives. They use this device. We put it on Medic 54. They use this device a few times a month. It's saved lives in the last few years, and we felt it's something we need to get replaced and put right back on. So we have a loaner right now on Medic 54, and we're waiting for the new Lucas device to come in so we could put it back into service, and it's a really good thing. So the association really stepped up, even though we haven't had fundraising in the last year and a half. We've done some dinners and stuff like that. So we're looking to take that money and put it toward that piece of equipment to help out the town. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Chief. Activity report, Assistant Fire Chief Ted Pokowitz.
Yep. So for February 22, we only had 18 calls. We did 78.22 hours for our staffing, and that brings us up to 50 calls for 356.54 hours. If you look, since 2010, that is our slowest month of February. Average for that time period for the month of February is 33 and 279.74 hours. So depending on how you look at it, it was a good month. It was nice and slow for us. Breaking down those 18 calls, we did have one building fire, 9 hazardous condition, no fire, 7 false calls, and 1 call for weather evaluation. I know of the hazardous calls, we did have 4 motor vehicle accidents in there. So overall, looking pretty good. We're, right on track, a little slow for where we normally are. We're normally averaging 73 calls by now, but we're only at 50. So, and likewise, we're below the normal average hours.
All right, thank you. The fire marshal's report.
Good evening. 52 inspections, no fire investigations. The fire Chief Pokowicz was talking about was prior to February 15th. So for this month, for me, there was no fire investigations. 11 plan reviews. It sounds like things are starting to happen in town with the number of plan reviews increasing, and 10 consulting meetings. There's some work that's going to happen at the high school. We the building official and I met with the head of maintenance there. They're going to try and do some work in the superintendent's office during April vacation, and then they're looking to do some other projects over the summer possibly. So we've been meeting with them, but that's about it. There's a big job at the filtration plant at the water company. I forget what it is, $3 or $4 million job. They're improving the efficiency, the way they filter the water out there. That's about it.
They also have building some houses down on Merritt Ave, right, Joe?
Yeah, but I don't get involved in them, but they are building some duplexes down there.
Okay, correspondence. All right, no correspondence. Approval of February meeting minutes that were attached in the packet. I would ask for a motion to approve the minutes of the February meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Second.
I'm sorry, who was the one that, I'm sorry, I don't know the name. Who
Lino.
was the first and the second?
Lino was the first.
Made the motion and Bruce seconded it.
Thank you.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you. All right, next meeting date, April 18th. Is everyone okay with that date?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a preliminary budget hearing though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I have to be there.
All right, should we move it to the next Monday? The 25th?
The 25th is bad for me, unless you want to do it the week before.
Well, that's kind of soon because that's, wait a minute, the 11th, that would be the 11th.
How about the 26th?
It's a Tuesday. Why don't you just keep it the 25th and I'll try to change what I have going on.
Okay. Does that work for everyone?
I'm
Works
okay.
for me.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay,
I would entertain a motion to go into an executive session pursuant to item 13 on the agenda and invite in Sean and Nate Case.
Motion, Lino.
Second, Bruce.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Any